morning, guys. We're doing a quick vlog for you. On my way to work with Abby. Abby, say morning.
Hey, morning.
Today we are discussing our weight loss nuts. I say nuts because we had started off so good last month with our exercising and so on and jogging and oh Lord, it kind of fall on the wayside with the kids and the term exam. So we really didn't have the extra time to work out or commit to the workouts and so on. We've been trying to eat healthy, but you know how that is in the Caribbean. What's that water then? No. Yeah, but we are going to start back from this weekend because end of term exams have come to an end. So we're going to start back this weekend. So yeah, guys, it has been a challenge in us really staying committed. You know, when you start a workout, you get a motivation and it's there, so you just stick to your workout routine and your exercise. But for us, what works for us is we jog and we do Blanks Taebo. His Taebo advanced workouts have always worked to getting us back into shape, building our endurance and getting us ready for insanity. Insanity is like a whole other ballgame. That thing is so tough, but it really does work in tuning up your body and losing the weight. Well, basically building muscle mass, because for females, as we get down in age, it's so important for us to build our muscle mass and incorporate some sort of weight training into our workout routine for later down in life with osteoporosis and so on. And for me, it's always better when you lose weight when your body is toned, as opposed to having all this flab and excess skin there. As you start to work out and incorporate weight, your body becomes a lot more toned. And you don't really have to push it to the point where it looks too over toned or borderline athletic. You just want the body firm. For me, that has always worked in all my 4 pregnancies. Well, with the exception of this last one because I've been lazy. Yeah. So we work out like 5 times a week, 5 to 6 times a week. Try to give the body a rest. Switch up the routines with the Blanks boot camp, because all those videos are available on YouTube. So you can always look up for the boot camp and his fat blasting cardio. And he also incorporates resistance bands into his workouts, and those really work well, especially for your arms and for your legs. I use smaller weights, well, like the 3-pound weights when I'm exercising. My husband used the 10-pound. So because we want a little bit more resistance in when we're working out. So that is what we kind of work out with, and over the years it's really helped. And with your diet, I try to keep my calorie intake between 12 to 1400 calories. He's at 2000 because he has a lot more muscle mass than I do. And we break up our meals to like 5 or 6 small meals a day. So we have breakfast at around 8 or 9 o'clock, and then we have a snack in between, then lunch at 12, a snack at 3, dinner at 6, and if I feel to have like a fruit or something between 6 and 9. You know, they say don't eat after 6 and your greedy gland to start to act up. And try to drink a lot of water. What I realized in my weight loss is that the first 10 to 12 pounds is always easy to lose, and you know that sometimes can be water weight that your body is throwing off rather quickly. And then the real work starts to set in, where you now mightn't see the scale moving, but you might start to lose inches. So a lot of people get discouraged when you see that you're exercising and your scale ain't moving, but your clothes fit in different because you're losing inches. And inches is always a good thing. The weight will fall off after a while once your body has adjusted to your new diet and exercise routine. And yeah, so the weights, even when you're exercising with weights, sometimes you say, oh my God, I've put on more weight while using the weights. No, you're putting on muscle. The muscle weighs more than fat. So you would find that you may be a little more heavier on the scale, but it's because you're gaining muscle, and muscle is always a good thing, especially for females, as I said before. So I always try to incorporate the weight training into my exercise routine. I try to lose. We try to lose at least 1 to 2 pounds a week in our weight loss. You know, because 1 pound is equal to 3,500 calories. So if you've burned off 7,000 calories, then you've burned off 2 pounds. And how you do that calculation is that we try to make a deficit in what we eat. So if I eat 12 to 1400 calories a day, and one of my workouts equates to like, let's say, 700 calories burned, then you do the calculation and you see, well, hey, I've burnt off. If I did Taebo with high impact Taebo along with the weights for each day, and each day I've burnt 800 calories for my workout, then you calculate the 8 by the 5, and then you see, yes, I've burnt off sufficient calories to lose at least 1 to 2 pounds a week, or 8 by the 6. So it depends on your intensity. But why he just pulling out crazy, crazy? So it depends on the intensity of your workout. If you're doing a low impact workout, and then you may not burn 800 calories for the day, but we do a lot of high impact. And how we know how much calories we're burning, we wear those heart rate monitors that tells us how much calories we're burning, and where, if our heart rate is in the safe zone in regards to our workout, when we need to stop and so on. So yeah, we kind of do that, and a lot of interval training when we're jogging. So we jog at high impact for like 2 minutes, or less than 2 minutes, like a minute. So you sprint for a minute and then you stop, you catch back yourself, and then you sprint again. So that's how we usually do our jogging, and it's helped. But I wouldn't suggest anybody just jumping on and doing that. You should get your physicians um, okay to start any workout routine or diet, because you never know how your body will respond, and that is important. You just don't see somebody on some diet and say, yeah, I'm going to try this, or I'm going to try this workout, because I have to tell you, insanity is very, very tough. And even the boot camp, the Billy Blanks boot camp, for somebody who's not used to working out at all, it will be
really
difficult.
active.
Yeah, you're not active, it will be difficult. So get your doctors okay first before you start any workout routine or any diet. Because in most instances, if you're not active and you're driving all day, you come home and relax, you may not be able to do Billy Blank's boot camp. You may be able to do the basic exercise and then build your momentum from there and graduate to his boot camp, or graduate to insanity. You need to graduate from the boot camp first before you can jump into insanity, because yeah, you will pass out. So yeah, and that is how we kind of map out how we work out and so on. So yeah, guys, so I'm just giving out some ideas, and the most important thing is your diet, what you put in your mouth. You cannot lose weight by eating crazy. No, you have to, if you're cutting out sodas, cutting out fried foods, cutting out sunflowers, because carbs is needed for your healthy carbs is needed for your body to recover, especially from jogging and some of the high impact workouts. So you need to map out your diets and ensure that what you're putting in your body is what you really need for it to work well. So yeah, guys, and that is how we do our workout. We're gonna start back, as I said, over the weekend, and we're gonna carry you along with our weight loss goals, become a face again, help fatty boy. Where you going?
Fit looking beautiful.
So guys, I've reached the week. Thank you so much for joining us and thing with the chit chat. We'll keep you up to date with the weight loss, Lord. Yeah, we're gonna keep all up to date. So be gone. Bye, honeys. And as I said, check your physicians first. Get a health. If you have a nutritionist that you can go and discuss what weight loss plans you can take, because you need to take into consideration whatever health challenges that you're having. If you're diabetic, if you're asthmatic, and so on. Check your physician. So we gone. Bye, guys.